Are you ready for a new adventure? Time to travel back in time, let's go! Are you ready for a new adventure? Let's learn about the past with Anna and Leo.
Hi friends! Welcome to Unlock This, a podcast from Honest History, where we join our friends Anna, Leo, and Percy on adventures through time and uncover some really cool stories along the way. My name is William. I'm 6 years old, and I love learning about history, especially new stories that I don't hear about in school. I can't wait for today's story, and I think you're gonna love it too. So let's dive in.
Leo, what's that in your hands?
It's a model of the solar system. I made it at school and wanted to show you. This big yellow ball is the sun, and then I painted all these other balls to look like the other planets. This one is Earth.
And to think all those planets are somewhere up there, in outer space.
My teacher told me that if I use a telescope, you can see Jupiter and its 4 moons. I'd really like to see it someday.
You know, all this talk about planets is reminding me of a queen I was reading about. Let me show you in this book I got from the library. It's all about famous rulers from history. Here, on this page. This was the queen I was reading about.
Queen Seondeok. Who was she?
She lived in Korea thousands of years ago. And she loved learning about the stars and the planets, just like you.
Thousands of years ago, huh? People probably didn't have telescopes back then.
I don't think so. My book says the telescope wasn't invented until much later. I wonder what Queen Seondeok used to look at the stars.
Hey, Anna, I just had an idea. What if we went on an adventure to learn about this queen?
I like that idea, Leo. Let's see if we can find Percy. Percy, are you there? Where is that mouse? Oh, there you are. Percy, Leo and I are ready for our next adventure. Is there anything about a queen named Seondeok in the museum vault?
I think he's thought of something. Let's follow him to the vault.
Percy ran over to those boxes. I think he wants us to look inside of them.
He's pointing to the one at the bottom. We're going to have to lift all the other boxes to get it. Here, I'll move this one. That was heavy. I wonder what's inside it.
I'll move this one, Leo, and then you can open the box at the bottom. Whew, that was a workout.
Now let's open this box and see what's inside.
What do you see, Leo?
It's a pink flower. Look, Anna.
Interesting.
Oh, wait. Percy wants us to look inside of one of the other boxes we just moved. Here, let me open it. I think it's some kind of rock. There's a few of them in here.
You're right. And those rocks kind of look like bricks to me. You know, that people use to build buildings? No wonder these boxes were so heavy.
So there's a flower and some bricks. What do you think these have to do with the queen?
I don't know, but something tells me we're about to find out. Do you feel that, Leo? I think we're about to travel. Hold on. Leo, are you there?
I'm right here, Anna. It looks like we're inside someone's house, and it's very fancy.
Percy said this is where the king and queen live. They ruled a kingdom in Korea called Silla. I actually read about this in my book. Silla had grown into a powerful kingdom, but the king was getting older and he had a problem.
What was that?
The king didn't have a son. You see, usually Korean kings passed the throne to their sons, But this king had 3 daughters. He wasn't sure what to do. Who would become the ruler after he died? He thought maybe it could be passed down to another man in his family. But the kingdom of Silla had strict rules about that. The kingdom used something called the bone rank system.
What was the bone rank system?
In Silla, people were to split up into different ranks. Your rank decided how you lived your life. It told you what job you could have, who you could marry, the house you could have, and even told you how you were allowed to decorate your house. The people in the lower rank weren't allowed to do the same things that the people in the highest rank could do.
Oh, so it's kind of like different clubs, and each club got to do different things.
Exactly. And your rank was based on your bones, which meant you were born into your rank. Whatever rank your parents were, that was the rank you would be. The highest one was called the sacred bone rank, and that's the rank the king was from.
So, what does this have to do with the king's problem? Why couldn't he find another man to become king when he died?
Well, the problem was that there weren't any other men from this sacred bone rank. And according to the rules, the next ruler of Silla had to be in the highest rank. So to solve his problem, the king either had to get rid of the bone rank system or he could give the throne to one of his daughters, and she would become the first queen to rule Korea.
Hey, Anna, I just noticed something. There's some people sitting over by that window.
I bet that's the king over there. Check out his robe.
There's a girl next to him. Do you see her?
I do. I wonder if that's Queen Seondeok when she was little. What do you think?
Anna, look. A man just came through that door. He's carrying a box.
My king, this gift comes from the court of China. It was sent by the emperor.
Leo, did you hear that? The king just received a gift from China, and now he's opening the box. Let's get closer so we can see what's inside.
This box holds peony seeds, my king. The emperor also sent this painting.
Leo, there's a painting of a flower.
The flower is pretty, but it's a pity it will not smell.
How do you know this, princess?
If it did smell, there would be butterflies and bees around the flower in the painting.
Leo, I remember reading about this in my book. When Queen Seondeok was a little girl, her father got peony seeds and a painting of the flower. She noticed that the painting didn't have any butterflies or bees, so she said the flowers wouldn't have a smell. The gardeners planted the seeds and they grew into beautiful flowers. But, just like the princess predicted, the flowers didn't have a scent. The king was so impressed by his daughter's cleverness that he decided she would make a wise ruler.
So that girl over there would grow up to become the first queen of Korea?
Yes, she would become the Queen Seondeok of Silla.
Hey, Anna, come take a closer look at this painting. Do you see what I see?
It's a painting of a flower. Wait a second. That flower looks exactly like the one we saw in the vault. You figured it out, Leo.
Hi friends, are you enjoying today's episode? I'd like to take a quick break from the story to tell you about another great place to learn about the past. Honest History creates magazines and books for kids that are filled with fun stories and activities that bring history to life. From pirates to spies to great inventions and so much more, you'll learn about interesting people, places, and events from around the world that made history. Created for kids ages 6 through 12, you can sign up and receive new adventures delivered straight to your doorstep every quarter. Just visit honesthistory.co. That's honesthistory.co to sign up today. Oh, and here's a special offer for our podcast listeners. Use code UNLOCKTHIS for 10% off. Again, that special code is UNLOCKTHIS. Okay, let's get back to the story.
Anna, I think we've traveled somewhere else. It must be nighttime. Look up. Can you see all the stars in the sky?
Yes, look how bright they are.
Oof, it's a little chilly out here. Maybe we should find somewhere warm. Do you see any buildings?
I think I see something in the distance. It kind of looks like a tower. Let's walk that way.
Sounds good to me. While we're walking, maybe you can tell me more about the queen. What happened after she took the throne?
Well, according to my book, the queen had been given a powerful kingdom. And when she became ruler, she wanted to make the kingdom even better. She encouraged people to study art and science. She also spread the religion of Buddhism and built many beautiful temples.
What did these temples look like?
That's a good question. Here, let me get my book. There might be some pictures. I can't really see the pages in the dark.
Oh, I think I have your flashlight in my backpack. Let me check.
Thanks, Leo. Now let's see if I can find any pictures of the temples. Here.
Whoa, look at that. That temple is huge.
But my book said that this is just a drawing. Many of the temples were built of wood and didn't survive, so we can't see them today.
That's too bad. I wonder if anything the queen built survived.
Well, my book does say something about a tower. The tower is called Seondeok. Is that how you say it? Oh, thanks, Percy. He said it's pronounced Seondeok, which means stargazing tower.
A tower? You mean kind of like the tower in front of us?
Do you think that's Seondeok? Come on, let's get closer.
I hope we can go inside and get out of the cold. Do you see a door anywhere?
No, but maybe there's one on the other side of the tower.
I don't see anything. But it looks like there's a window above us. Do you see that opening? How are we going to climb up there?
Well, lucky for us, I spy a ladder. Look, it's resting against the wall. I'll move it over. There. Now we can climb up to get inside. Follow me. Leo, we're not alone. There's some people inside the tower. Come, look.
They're lying on their backs and looking up. What do you think they're doing?
I don't know. Should we try it? Let's lay on the ground and see what they're looking at.
There's some domes at the top of the tower. I think we're supposed to look through them.
I can see the stars in the sky. Do you think that's what these people are looking at?
Well, didn't your book call Seondeok the stargazing tower? That's probably what it is.
That's right. Here, let me get my book out. Apparently, the word Seondeok means the Tower of the Moon and the Stars. The queen built it so the people could look at the night sky. It's thought to be the oldest observatory in all of Asia.
So Queen Seondeok was interested in the stars?
Oh, yes. You see, back in her time, astronomy was very important. People thought the stars could tell them what was going to happen. By watching the stars, farmers believed that they could tell if their crops would grow and when to plant them. Some people also believed the movement of the stars helped them predict the future. That's what Queen Seondeok believed. But women were not allowed to study the stars or the planets.
Really? That doesn't seem fair.
Yes, and the queen really wanted to learn about astronomy. She didn't understand why it was forbidden. For years, she begged her father to build her an observatory. And then, when she became queen, she decided to build it herself. And that's how Seondeok came to be.
Hey, Anna, I'm shining my flashlight on the wall of the tower here. I think the wall is built from some stone bricks. Don't they look familiar to you?
They look just like the bricks we found in the vault. So those bricks were used to build the Queen's stargazing tower. That's it, Leo.
Which means we're probably going to travel back soon. Hold on!
And we're back in the vault.
You know, before we went on our adventure, I don't understand how people study stars without telescopes. But I guess now I have an answer. They built observatories.
Yep, observatories like Cheomsongdae.
Anna, does your book say how old the tower is?
It says it's over 1,300 years old. And you know what's cool? People can still visit it today. And we have Korea's first queen and her love for the stars to thank.
Welcome back. That sure was a great adventure. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna tell all my friends about this amazing story. That's all for now. But if you want to learn more, be sure to check out my favorite magazine for kids, Honest History. There's a ton of stuff to learn in each issue, and I love the fun activities and questions. Bye! This episode was narrated by Nikki and JoAnn Schinderle and written by Heidi Coburn. The production was read by Robot Pirate Media. To learn more about Honest History, visit us at honesthistory.co and follow for updates on social media.